And now, Dalton had his kind of grace period last week. Nobody really knew what to expect. It was a team that was probably more physical than. Now you go against a team, like San Diego State and Coach Long's team, it's a whole different beast, So we struggled throwing the ball. When we become that one-dimensional, you're not just going to line up and pound a team like San Diego State. They're a much more physical team than that. So we struggled on first downs, and then just, really never got in a rhythm throwing the football.
You said after last year when they came in, they were so much more physical. But even tonight, though, can you see strides?
Oh, big time. Yeah, you saw. We probably played well enough to win on defense in the game. If you have, again, you got your third string quarterback in, and he's doing a great job. He's a young guy, and you struggle. You need to be able to throw the ball in a game like this. We know what they've struggled with this year. Take care. I know, we've all seen what they've struggled with this year, and we weren't able to attack it. So protection broke down a little bit, and we had a lot of errant throws. Didn't have a lot of attempts in the first half. I believe we only had 19 plays. Our inability to move the chains really struggled. But, again, defense, first half played great, really, but through three quarters, and kind of wore down. They played way too many plays. You saw that. Literally, some of that stuff at the end is just the defense being on the field too long.
You've talked about trying to eliminate a lot of mistakes. I don't think you guys had a penalty tonight.
No, there's things that we're getting better at. It's just, but when you look at the barometer right now, where we're at, and you look at San Diego State and where they're at, we got a little, we got a ways to go. I don't think we have leaps and bounds to go. We got to have, you got to have your guys in there. You got to be healthy. Again, the biggest glaring thing that was very obvious tonight, we just struggled in the quarterback department. And it is what it is. We got to get better at that. He's a redshirt freshman. You can't put that on him. It's youthfulness. It's inexperience. He went from, playing his first college game last week to playing against a team that was ranked number 19 and a good football team, and he struggled with some of the looks. You saw him make a lot of checks early in the game. They messed with him pretty good. Coach Long did a really good job of moving up to the line, getting him to check out of things. So we took all of his audibles away in the second half, and we were able to move the ball a little bit better in the second half because he kept getting into different things because, again, youth and experience.
You started the game with the big long pass. Obviously, you can't know the result, but do you feel like his confidence was affected at all by that?
No. They knew we were going to do that. We talk about it all the time. If you go ahead and you go vertical and it doesn't work out, that's all right. You just got to go to the next play. It didn't affect him one bit.
Did it affect how you called things for him in the first half?
No, we had 19 snaps in the first half. We didn't have any plays really run in the first half. I think it was 19 to 43. That's a huge discrepancy. So no, it didn't really affect it. We wanted to take some shots. We did take a shot and try to run the ball after that. And struggled with that a little bit and got off schedule a couple of times and. He was a little antsy back there. He kind of pushed out of the pocket a little early at times, but it didn't affect what we were doing.
Did it get tougher running the ball because he was struggling throwing it, or was it?
Well, yeah, they crowded the box quite a bit, but that's what they do. They're going to go ahead and they're going to high pressure you. You got to, you got to be really savvy, and you got to be able to do a really good job of getting rid of the ball and throwing on time. We had some open receivers, and we missed them, and there were some reads you saw out there. It was like, oh my goodness, he's just making the wrong reads, and got a little antsy back there. But again, it's just him, being young, and he'll figure it out.
So it's just experience to solve that?
Yeah, if anybody's ever stood back there in a Division I football game and seen guys with their ears down coming, it's a different thing, it's not like, catching a fly ball, He'll get it and he'll be fine, and again, it's a young group out there, and it showed tonight. They played hard, both sides of the ball played extremely hard, but, bottom line is we got beat by a better football team. They're a better football team. They showed it and really all three phases. Again, defensively, I thought we had a really good game plan, did a really good job of giving ourselves a shot, but really we never got in any rhythm at all offensively. Their defense was flat out just better than our offense, and it showed.
He had a lot of carries, I think, for his 140, but Humphrey kind of hurt you a few times as a catcher too.
He did, but we thought, going into the game, we figured if we could hold him to 150, most guys you say under 100 would say hold him to 150, don't give up any really big long runs, which we didn't. We played well enough. If we have any type of consistency on offense and explosions, you have a chance to win that game. So when you look at our program and where we're doing and what we're doing, it's like, okay, there's things you need to fix in order to move forward. But, as far as, us getting better, I think it showed we're a much better, more competitive football team with them. They're kind of the barometer, and I hate skipping forward, but when you look and you say, okay, San Diego State and Boise, they're kind of the tip of the sword in our conference when it comes to athleticism, when it comes to, playmakers and things like that. So when you look and, after tonight, is it frustrating? It's absolutely frustrating because we're all competitors. But are there things you can look at and go like, okay, man, there's some definite growth. We're getting better in a lot of ways. So, we go out and play like that on defense. We got to figure some things out offensively. They're going to help Dalton and Kurt. We probably got to play both of them now. Different ways where we can run the football. But I don't think we're going to play another front that's going to be that physical the rest of the way.
Do you think you will work Kurt in?
Yeah, I do. You know, and that might help Dalton a little bit, just coming to the sideline, collecting, dialoguing with Kurt back and forth, so he doesn't feel like so much is on him. He was really pressing it early in the game, really wanted to go out and make big plays, and so it's one of those deals where you want to settle him down, and you don't want him to feel all that pressure because it's just not fair for him to have all that right now.
Is it good or bad you have to get their attention to travel to Hawaii against a team that can score like a few points?
Yeah, you know what, though, we can too. I mean, when you look at throughout the course of the season, we've shown we can do things. I mean, we played a pretty good game last week, and I don't think there's huge discrepancy. This is the team that we beat last year. They got a lot of energy because they got a new coach. There's a lot of good things happening there. They're feeling good about themselves. Won a couple in a row, so they're kind of on a high note right now. But this is a very winnable game. They all are. So we got to go out there and get ourselves a victory and get back to halfway to bowl game. And our guys are excited about it. I mean, they're definitely down right now. But you know what? We'll get them back, and we'll get them on track tomorrow night back at practice and go to work.
They held the ball twice as long as you guys, so they racked up a lot of yards. But
Yeah.
Would you say this is the best defensive effort of the year for you guys?
In some ways, I mean, it looked like, we looked tired for a bit. We kind of collected ourselves again in the fourth quarter, but there was about an 8-minute spurt where we just looked a little tired and worn. And again, that's us being on the field too long. But no, that was one of the better defensive performances we've had. I mean, we really didn't give up a ton of big plays in the passing game. Early, they kind of came out and they played really fast in that first series, and I think it took ourselves a minute to kind of settle into the speed that they play with. But after that, I thought we played a pretty clean game. I mean, again, we give up 27 points, and and offensively we really struggled, even flipping field position and things like that. And when you look at the play discrepancy, it's hard. When you leave your guys out there that long, that's tough.
Thank you.